Why these brothers rock Jesus pieces, but they really don't know Jesus. Just know that he's the seed, and please believe it. We got the keys to the kingdom. We'll never be defeated. Evil legions, all of these heathens and demons. I know you see them scheming, please believe it. We got the keys to the kingdom. We got the keys. Why these brothers rock Jesus pieces, but they really don't know Jesus. Just know that he's the seed, and please believe it. We got the keys to the kingdom. We'll never be defeated. Evil legions, all of these heathens and demons. I know you see them scheming, please believe it. We got the keys to the kingdom. We got the keys to the keys to the.
So go to Revelations 14 and 9. I want to get that. So because now everybody's talking about what? The mermaid, right? You heard about that? About the little black girl playing the mermaid. They got an issue with that. Why ain't nobody got an issue with the white man playing Christ? When Christ is a black man according to the Bible. I don't see no white people complaining about that. Well, hey look, I'll tell you what. We'll give you a trade. Y'all can have the mermaid. We'll take Christ. How about that? Let's do that. Y'all want the mermaid? All right, you got it. We're going to take Christ. We're going to make sure that everybody knows Christ is black. You take the mermaid. Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image.
So, you see how we got on here? This is the image of the beast right here. Y'all see this? This is the image of the beast. You understand that? This is the image of the beast. Read that again from the top.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark and his forehead.
So how do you receive the beast's image on your forehead? How do you do that? How do you do that? It's in your mind. So when you celebrating his holidays, going to church on Sunday, celebrating Christmas and Easter, that's you. That's the mark in your head. That's been marked in your head. Read that again.
If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
So in your hand. So how's that in your hand? So in your hand is the works you do. When you get up in the morning, every Sunday morning, you get up, you get dressed, you go to that church. And on Easter time, you get up with the kids, you paint them Easter eggs. That's your hand. That's the mark in your hand. You understand that? Read.
Verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
So that's what we are here to teach. So when we out here, a lot of people just walk by. Nobody got time to learn about their history. They don't have time to learn about how it is they can be saved. But guess what they're going to do tomorrow morning? They're going to be sitting right underneath of the devil tomorrow morning.
That's right.
Learning lies, getting their money taken. That's what our people will do. You got any questions, brother?
No. Okay.
What about y'all? So when we going to see you back at the school? She came to our school before, so she know. Okay, what question you got? You're talking about for the talking about to be more feminine at the house and to be more ladylike.
Because I have a job that I have to be very masculine.
Okay, I understand. So now I'm gonna tell you something. Now when we let's look at Chicago, we look at DC, we look at San Francisco, New Orleans. They all got black women in charge of those cities, right? Did you know that? I call the one in Chicago Beetlejuice because she looked like Beetlejuice to me. But that's just my thoughts. So now let's go to. I'm gonna get you the scripture. So what you got to do is you got to come to the school. We got classes. We got Titus 2. We got all these classes to show you how to do that. So that's why we got those classes. So now, Jeremiah, I'm going to show you the prophecy of why that happened and why they put you in that position, because they want you in that position, because that makes it harder for you to find a man and keep a man. You understand that? Watch this right here. Now, we're not saying it's evil for you to work or to make money, but I'm just saying the psychology is behind that. Because you got to wonder, why do they keep putting up these black women mayors all the time? So we're gonna get the scriptures on that. And a lot of times they'll put up the black women supervisors over everybody.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
So that's the prophecy about them putting the black woman, the Israelite woman, over the man. That's Bible prophecy. Understand that? Yeah.
I find it not because it's part of mine when I keep one that I mean or that I was raised on. It's not that. It's more like the money situation and how a lot of black men like feel threatened or I experienced that. So
Well, you're going to experience that if you're dealing with, give me Sirach 37. You know, the one 37 and 11. Because if my wife make more money than me, shoot. I ain't going to complain about that. I don't know where you finding these brothers at. Let's get that right there.
This is Sirach chapter 37 and verse 11. Neither consult with a... This is Sirach chapter 37 and verse 12. But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Because a godly man ain't going to be worried about that. Because he going to know his role and you going to know your role. It don't matter. In the house, it don't matter how much money my wife make. I'm in charge of the house. You understand? Let's get the, they became one flesh. Let's get that. Let's get that. Because we one flesh in the house. If she make more money, why would I complain about that?
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 8. No, it's 5. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
So they one flesh. So now let me ask you this. If you're on a basketball team, and you got a guy, and I'm not talking about a ball hog, but somebody that scores 50 points in a game, and the other guy, he scored like 20-something points, but they win the game. Am I going to be mad because the brother got 50 points if we're on the same team? If you're on the opposite team and we lose, I might be mad. I would be mad. But if we're on the same team, why would I be mad about that? That's more work. That's more money that we can do things for the Lord with. So why would we be mad about that? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Get that, where we're supposed to be content. Let me get that. Yeah, get that. Let's get that Proverbs 30 and 8. So let me show you something.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
So we don't want poverty or rich. We don't worry about riches because all this stuff is going to be burned up. Like we understand, like you can see the United States is falling apart right now. So it's like, I'll ask you this question. If you got a mansion, I don't care how nice the mansion is, brother, if you got a mansion and the roof is on fire, are you going to be worried about renovating and decorating the kitchen and the roof is on fire? Are we worried? This country is falling apart. You understand that? So those things are not concerned us.
If a job description, they want to burn it all down.
Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord?
So if I got too much, I might deny God because I'm doing well. Like a lot of rich people don't want to hear the Bible. You understand that? They don't want to hear the Bible because they're doing so well. They don't have no struggles. They already in their kingdom.
Or lest I be poor and steal.
But you don't want to be poor either where you steal. So there's a balance. We're not, like when we hear, we're not worried about becoming rich. We understand that this world is going to end. Like I own a business. When I first started my business, I wanted to make a lot of money and get vacation houses and all of that stuff. But once I realized that this is actually hell for real. You know, you might be doing halfway decent here as a person, but let's get Moses in Hebrews. You know what I want? How he gave up the riches. Let me show you something. So now, as a majority, like we got our Oprahs, we got our Tyler Perrys, we got, you know, T.D. Jakes and those people. They doing really well. But the majority of our people, how are they doing? So 95% of our people are struggling, right? So let's see what Moses said.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 25. I'm going to start at 24. By faith,
Hold on, let's let this go.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
So Moses, he was the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He refused to be called that. Can you imagine, like, if you were, like the United States is running the world right now, right? Just imagine that you are in a position where you can have and do anything you want to do in this country. If you want a mansion, let's say down in Florida Keys or wherever, I don't know, wherever you want to go, you can have it down there. If you want whatever your dream car is, maybe some kind of Mercedes, maybe it's something outrageous like a Bugatti, you can have it. Because he had the finest chariots and all of that. Anywhere he wanted to live, he could live. Read that again.
By faith, Moses, when he come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Because he knew that even though he was rich at that time, it was only for a certain amount of time. We understand that the majority of our people are suffering, so that's why we come out here. Like, we come into the worst neighborhoods to teach our people because they're at the bottom here. So we come here because we want to help our people get out of this state. The Maccabees, 3 and 43. We want to get our people out of this state, even if some of us are doing well. It's the love of our people that would make you come out here and say, you know what, we got to clean up our communities. Because is the white man going to clean up our communities? He's the one bringing drugs into our communities. How do you think the drugs get to our communities? They show you in the movie. You ever seen the movie The American Gangster with Denzel Washington? Where they brought the heroin in on the bodies of the soldiers on the U.S. military planes. What about, okay, we're going to get Christ. What about, you ever heard of Rick Ross? The real Rick Ross, not the rapper. The real Rick Ross was a drug dealer that got his drugs from the CIA to put crack into our neighborhoods.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.